iOS 17 has been out for almost 4 months now, and despite all the buzz around each highly anticipated new feature, I always end up asking myself, how many of these features will actually impact my life? So I decided to put their practicality to the test in the real world. And 90 days later, I found that some expected favorites fell short, aka I didn't use them at all, while many other new features truly did live up to their hype. So without further ado, here are the iOS 17 features that 4 months later, I still can't live without. The first feature is definitely one of the more talked about features and one that I was personally very excited for, and that is this new and improved way to AirDrop. So now instead of tapping the share button and hitting AirDrop, you can simply have the thing that you want to share open and then just bump your phone with the phone you want to AirDrop to. Obviously, AirDrop is an amazing feature, but it definitely had its flaws and seems to only work half the time. With iOS 17, a lot of those issues have been resolved. The other great update is that the file transfer will actually continue over cellular or Wi-Fi. So in other words, your files will continue transferring even if you walk away from the person that you just AirDrop to. So to me, the new AirDrop feature definitely lives up to the hype, but will be even more buzzworthy once more people make the switch over. On the heels of that update comes Name Drop, where you can actually AirDrop your contact card to anyone, and I have been absolutely loving the customization options for this. All you have to do is go into your contact card, click edit at the top right, and then you can also save more than one contact card for yourself, which is pretty cool. One funnier element about this feature is that you can set your contact card to share automatically. I have this turned off just because it's a little bit of a jump scare every time someone's new photo shows up on my phone, so I don't really want to do that to other people, but overall, super cool new feature. On this same note, you can still create your own custom contact photo and poster for your friends, like if they don't share it to you. And if you do want to edit your friend's contact card, just go in to edit a contact the same way you would before, and then you can customize the poster, the fonts, and the colors there too. Next, I want to talk about my favorite part of any new iOS, which is customizing the home screen and the widgets. Lots of stock widgets have now been updated, and I'm loving this clean, minimal look of the calendar widget and the clock widget, for example. Another huge update is that widgets can be interactive now. So for example, with the reminders widget, you can actually check off a task from the widget rather than having to go inside the reminders app to check it off. This feature will largely be up to app developers to create interactive features on their widgets now that this iOS supports it. So I'm really hoping a lot will, because that could be so cool. On that note, the next feature that I love is very simple, but actually so helpful, and it is the grocery list sorting feature in the reminders app. I don't use the reminders app that often because I've just had a manual grocery list in my notes app, but I have used this feature every single week since I updated to iOS 17, and it is an absolute game changer. It definitely saves time in the grocery store to have all the items grouped together by category, and I decided to keep a widget on my home screen for ease of adding things to that list. So all you do to get the grocery list is go to reminders, hit create new list, make sure to set it to groceries, and then just start adding items, and it'll automatically sort them into categories, which will make your next shopping trip so much easier. Oh my gosh. Now, speaking of rearranging your home screen, another handy feature is that you can shake to undo the moving of any home screen apps or widgets. Thank goodness, because I mess up a lot of times. So let's say you go to move all these apps to another page, but you end up changing your mind. You can just shake your phone and then hit undo move, and everything will go back to the way it was, which is great. And same for moving the widgets around. This is just honestly gonna make your life a lot simpler. Next up, we have standby mode. Now, this is one of the features I'm sure you've seen a lot because it's cool and random, but essentially now if you turn your phone horizontal when charging it, a little display will come up that you can customize with widgets and clocks and all these things. You don't have to have a wireless charger. This also works when charging with a wire, which I don't think everybody knows. And once you're on the standby screen, you can swipe left to switch between different screens, and then basically swipe up or down to try different variations of that screen. And you can press and hold if you want to switch up the widgets or customize the colors. I really love this feature, but I will say I don't take full advantage of it since I tend to charge my phone overnight and not while I'm working at my desk, so I don't really see it. But actually, what I'd really like to see is a way to enter standby mode even if you're not charging your phone. I think that would be really cool for a future update. Now, when it comes to photos, there are a couple worthwhile upgrades for sure. It's a lot easier to crop photos now. You can simply just zoom in on any photo and a little crop button will show up in the upper right. You can can press and hold that to change the aspect ratio, and then click it again to just kind of confirm. It's basically just a little shortcut to very quickly crop and edit your photo. Ooh, it's getting sweaty in here. Another new feature you'll notice is this custom pets album. You can actually tag your pet so that your phone recognizes them in future photos. So to do this, you're gonna scroll down until you see the people, pets, and places section. From there, in order to tag your pet, you could just click on a photo of your pet, then tap add name at the top of the screen to insert your pet's name, and it'll start recognizing it, which is pretty wild. Now, when it comes to widgets, you can now turn any custom photo album into a widget on your home screen, which is just really nice. And I don't really know why we couldn't do that before, but now you can. Okay, you know how annoying it is to be texted verification codes for websites all the time and then have those messages just totally clutter your inbox? Well, not anymore, okay? Now you can actually go into settings and then passwords, click password options, and under verification codes, you can toggle on the cleanup automatically feature. This will basically delete texts with the codes, which is so nice. So just a little thing that kind of goes a long way. All right, one of the coolest, longest awaited features in my opinion is the ability to leave someone a video voicemail if they don't answer FaceTime. Gone are the days of flipping the bird in a screenshot of your friend not answering. Or maybe that was just me, I don't know, but it's cool. I will say though, I haven't actually used this feature yet. I also just don't FaceTime people very much, but if I did, I would be using it all the time, honestly. Now on to the final little things that are just, just good updates. First, you no longer have to say, hey, you know her name, I'm not gonna say it right now. Just say blank, you know what I'm saying. So that's nice. And another thing is you can just keep on talking without actually clicking the button again. So it's a lot more able to just have a conversation. Another new feature, the music app has CROSSFADE now. I don't use Apple Music, but Spotify has had CROSSFADE forever. So for all you Apple Music lovers, this is really nice. So in order to set up CROSSFADE, just go to settings, music, and CROSSFADE and select the number of seconds that you wish for it to fade. But it's really nice if you're like DJing at a party or something and you just want everything to seamlessly flow into each other. Next, we have offline maps. Now you're basically able to load a map anytime that you're not on Wi-Fi or service. This is great for going abroad or just being anywhere where you don't know if your service is gonna be good or you don't have enough data. So you'll just go into your maps, find the location and click download, and then you can basically zoom into the area that you want. It'll download it onto your phone and you can access it from wherever. This would have been really nice when I studied abroad back in like 2013. We used to just screenshot maps and hope it would work, but that's what technology is for, right? Another new feature that's pretty cool, but I haven't tested it out yet, is the check-in. You know how often people are like, text me when you get there. Well, now instead of having to remember that, because I know I never do, you can just hit check-in and it'll let the person know that you've gotten to your final destination. But I think this is really great for safety and just so many things. When it comes to the camera, there's now a level on the camera automatically, which is so subtle and so helpful. And honestly, I use this every single time I take a photo and it has helped a lot. That's it. It's great. And lastly, Messages has gotten a few worthwhile updates. The one I noticed most being their updates to autocorrect. So gone are the days of your phone turning this word into this word every single time, no matter how many times you change it back. Now, thanks to machine learning, your phone will learn after the first time that you just want to say this. Finally, last but not least, iOS 17.3 is officially here, and if there's any reason to update, it's this, you guys. There are so many security fixes and bug fixes that have come out since iOS 17 launched, and in particular, stolen device protection is one that you're not going to want to miss. So in order to turn this on, just open your settings, tap Face ID and passcode, and then scroll down the menu until you see stolen device protection. Make sure this is toggled on, and that is literally all you need to do. Also, iOS 17.4 should be out in a couple weeks, so I'm excited. So that does it for all of my personal favorite new features with iOS 17. I hope you guys found this helpful. And if you want more iOS 17 customization videos, leave me a comment down below. You can check out this playlist for other iPhone related content, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.